Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here with day number 9, December 9th of Dephemerember, hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel. So our prompts today are journaling card and beloved visitor. So maybe you already have a little bit of a hint at what my beloved visitor is. They are birds. To my smart bird feeder, we have a Bird Buddy bird feeder, and it records the birds that come to visit us, and it also gives us access to like a community of other people's bird feeders. And so I'll share a few little bird clips with you as part of this video. So I decided today to do a little jelly plating, and I was inspired by sort of lovely but also sad circumstances. So let me get into it a little bit here. So I'll just sort of show you what I'm working with. So see this stuff, I think it's actually like possibly garden trim, like when you're putting in a garden, you use it to kind of go around the edge. I got a whole roll of it from the thrift store. It might also be related to drywalling, I'm not sure. Either way, it's going to be great texture on the jelly plate. But I was inspired to jelly plate today because I saw a video from our dear, lovely jelly plating master, Froyle, from Froyle Arts. I'll link her channel down below in the description box. She recently posted a video this past week about her health circumstances, and I just wanted to send a lot of love out to Froyle and to let her know that, you know, we're all very much thinking about her and hoping for only good, healing, wonderful results from her treatment, and, you know, that we're here and we'll be watching and we'll be sending good thoughts her way. So check my description box down below if you're not familiar with Froyle. She is a brilliant artist and printmaker and painter. So check her out, send her some love, and let's get some paint ready to do a little bit of jelly plating, as I think Froyle would be doing. Okay, so I've got some stuff all hanging about here, out of view of you, but you will see in a moment. I'm going to get started with a bit of experimentation. Again, in the spirit of Froyle, because she is very much an experimenter, I'm going to just drop a little gold leafing on here. Just randomly have a bit of leftover gold leaf here. I'm going to make that sort of the basis for the front of this. Let's take a little bit here. Oops. And then we'll just kind of swipe over it here with the brayer. Just kind of little bits and bobs here. Random. You can break it up a little more with your finger. You see that? Just kind of go through it. Press it on. That will kind of break up the solidness of it. Give it nice cracks and bits and bobs. Okay. A little more. Oops, too much there. I just want it to be kind of a little fancy decorative bit here in the forefront. Okay, so let's put that away. So we stick all the little flyaway bits on. That's the thing about gold leaf, is it loves to fly around. Okay. Then I want to come in here with a bit of like this brown. This is coffee bean folk art paint. Now this is a little old, I'm not gonna lie. I am in the process of trying to use up some paint. So let's just kind of squish some down here. There we go. Not too much. You know, you can always go in with more if you need to. You'll see this is very very uneven in its texture, but it's not a problem really. So we'll just go right over the bottom half here. We're just going to keep kind of going at it until we even it out. Also, don't worry if some of your gold leaf is moving a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so there we go. Now let's just get our scrap paper here on the side. I'm going to roll this off. Keep this as our roll-off page. Okay, so now I want to come in with this fun grading stuff and lay that down, and I'm going to go over it with my brayer. Let's look at it for a sec. Okay, yeah, it's making marks. Now lay it back down. Then I'm just gonna hold on to it for a second because I'm gonna grab a piece. This is actually like children's notebook paper. I grabbed it because it's nice and thin, but also I think it will be good for pulling up a print. It's nice, nice width, the same as my plate, roughly. Let's see if it can get down in those grates and get any marks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here's a neat piece of paper. Okay. So that's cool. Now let's lift this, and we need to just let this dry because we want this texture here. But while it's drying, I can do a little bit more. Because see, we've got two ends of the plate here. I can still play with the top. And I'm just opening up this paint. Give me one sec here. This is a new folk art matte in Adrift. So I'm going to put that up there while that brown is drying. That should be good. Okay. And we'll just come right over the top of the plate with this. Blend a little bit, but not too much. That's good. Coming up back up here again. Good. And then we'll come back around to our roll-off sheet here. All right, so this plate needs to dry completely before I do another layer to pick it up. So I'll just be a few moments. So while our jelly plate is drying, I just moved it aside so that we can take a look here at these birds. Now based on the size of the jelly plate, I think we can do 1, 2, 3 journal cards, at least 2 at minimum. So I've got this nice big bird book. It is a Reader's Digest edition. And let's take a look at the kind of birds that we might want to consider for this. Now I need something kind of big but not gigantic. And I'd like something kind of common to, not common, but possible in Canada. Not looking for water birds so much. Oh, that's a nice one. With her babies. Look at that. Yum. That would be a really pretty large piece. I don't know. I like that, but I'm thinking about the fussy cutting I would want to do would be a lot. So let's just keep looking. I don't want to be here forever all day. Well, I do actually, because it's fun. Cardinal. Super pretty. Oh, bird books, they're so great. I think I probably almost never use birds of prey though. Seagulls. I need something about this side, like kind of bigger. And I might need to grab a different bird book. Let me see if there's bigger pictures in here, because I could just literally be wasting time. And we don't want to do that. Yeah, this might not be the book for this. These birds are mostly smaller. I have the perfect book if this one doesn't have what we need. Oh, that seagull's great, but again, it's a little too big. It's like too large horizontally. I kind of want something like this size, but a nicer bird. Oh my goodness. No mean birds today. Okay, let me grab a different book. Okay, so this is my bird sounds book. If you've been watching my channel, you know what I'm talking about. It was a children's book. I have a copy that is upstairs my kids use. You type in the numbers on this sound panel and it will actually play the bird's song for you. Now, it's got a lot of this kind of size bird. Oh, spoonbills, how nice. We don't want a bird in the water. We want a bird that is standing upon its feet. Okay. Not quite a ready turnstone, maybe. We're getting closer now to, I think, to the kinds of birds I'm looking for. A gull, that's nice. Still watery birds. Here we go, a marsh wren. American dipper, red-winged blackbirds. That's a nice one. Let's go red-winged blackbird. We'll grab that. Maybe we'll do a larger owl. Yeah, let's do a larger owl too. Why not? Red-winged blackbird. Oh, that would be nice too. I'm kind of making big pieces if I go with those though. Not that that's a bad thing. I really like the color. Let's go with the woodpeckers instead. We'll just go with woodpeckers because yellow belly sapsuckers, they're just beautiful. So we'll put the red wings back. Okay, so let's just go with two birds because they are quite a large size. So while we're letting that dry, let's just come in and fussy cut these. So it's a chilly day out today. I went outside for a nice walk. I did see some in the bird world. I did see some lovely nuthatches in a tree, and I love nuthatches because they hunt in this downward. They jump downward on trees, and they were in this large mulberry tree, so they're looking for bugs in the mulberry tree. And they make these little beep, 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 beep sounds, and it's really cute. They're a nice winter bird. Very nice to kind of, you know, get to see winter birds. I'm just going to cut this on kind of a randomness here, because I think that'll be fine, and we can do some inking if we need to. So let's get rid of this woodpecker scrap. Yeah, so that was fun to see them. And then I went out for a little bit because we're doing this activity we do each year with Scouts Canada arranges with the Toronto Star Children's Charity Christmas Fund to deliver the children's Santa boxes, like gifts for children in need who, you know, their families have been registered to receive a Christmas gift for their child that comes in these nice box from the Toronto Star Children's Charity. So the Scouts, Cubs, Beavers, and Scouts, we all the kids get together and they're like Santa's little helpers, right? And we drive around and we deliver the boxes. So we finished doing that today. We delivered 30 to 30 homes. And that's always a good thing to do with the kids. It helps me to have like some really nice platform conversations. Oops, I knew that leaf was going to get chopped. I'll keep it though, don't worry, we'll fix it. And it may end up being too wide anyways, but I'm going to try to keep the leaf. Yeah, the topic of Santa was always kind of a tough one for me with my, I mean, I'm experiencing it with my daughter now. She's 8, because she said she's trying to understand if Santa is real. And it's funny because we've had conversations with her in the past about it being, lore, and that you can choose to believe what you want. There's very little moments in life for magic and believing in things. And so don't rush into it, and essentially my thought process has always been with them that I wouldn't take it too far, but that the message would always be that, like, we can be Santa, right? Eventually we all can become Santa, which is an awesome thing, I think, right? To be able to become Santa and to help other people. So that's kind of where my focus is, with all of the holiday and otherwise tooth fairy, all those kind of things. Like, let's find ways to kind of become those magical beings ourselves by making things better for other people. It's always what my husband and I decided on, because you hear about, like, oh, you should never lie to your children, don't lie, blah blah blah, and I mean, I certainly give that a little bit of credit, I do, but I also truly, I don't believe that anyone was ever truly traumatized by being told that Santa was real as a kid. Like, I can imagine it could be upsetting, really, I guess it depends on how the family handles it. Like, if you really, really, really push the ticket, with things like Elf on a Shelf, I never liked that. I don't like it because I feel like it's like bribing your children to behave in a certain way in order to receive a gift that, like, Santa is watching all the time. And I think it makes kids nervous and creeped out. I personally find the concept creepy. Like, to imagine that I'm being watched all the time by this creepy little elf that just keeps appearing in different places. And, like, I think if you break down how kids, find comfort, why would kids find comfort and explanation in this concept that there's this inanimate object? It's just a toy, but it keeps moving and going to different places, because, like, you're supposed to hide it in different places, like, to make the kids think that they're being watched and have it do these silly hijinks. I just don't like that, because we spend a lot of time trying to tell children that, like, monsters aren't real. Your toys aren't alive. There isn't anything under your bed. It creates this weird insecurity, even though it seems innocent. It never struck me as healthy. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this one, and that's fine. We can have different opinions, but maybe you had a great, experience with your children with it. That's fine. But I also think sometimes when you overinvest a lot in something like that's where traumatizing memories can be born. And then kids, when they get older, they become a little jaded that they were told things, and I totally get that. I don't think there's anything wrong with those feelings. You're allowed to feel frustrated about those kind of things. So I try to mitigate that as much as possible. I think our plate is good now. Oh, we're stuck on some paper here. There we go. Okay, so put my plate back down. Yeah, we're dry. Now what I want to do is I want to put a layer of gouache on the background. And I have this tempera gouache in deep green. And I think that will make a nice, like, melding together of, like, both the blue and the brown. So let's just go in with a little bit. We don't want too much paint. And it will give a background to the brown, kind of like, grass or something. And that'll be nice. So we'll just come in with our paint spreader thingy. Oops. I didn't even lay anything under here. I usually do. I put glass, but I didn't today because I'm living that rebellious life. Okay, now the gouache is there. I think that's enough. I don't want a ton. And I need a good big piece of paper. I don't think that notebook paper is quite, well, it might be. It might be good. Let me check. I need somewhere to move this to, over here. Yeah, it should be good because let's see if the birds, yeah, it'll be fine. It's going to help me maintain and manage the size of the piece I make. We don't want to go a whole lot bigger than this, right? Tiny bit of wrinkling, it's okay. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in, you know, your experiences. Did you experience any disappointment that like your heroes weren't real or anything like that? I'm always interested in like multi-generational experiences. I think that with older generations, there's this tendency to believe in nothing but resiliency, like get over it, kid. You know, even though a lot of times people have very much experienced traumas that are not like super focused on as a trauma, like, you know, losing your belief in someone or something, or losing your trust because of something very simple like that. It can be quite far reaching in life, but people like to think like, oh, you're being too soft. But then I think younger generations have really like woken up to the idea that like none of that really matters. Like what you think about somebody being too soft or not being resilient, we understand there's messages of like toxic kind of resiliency, toxic positivity, right? So I like to hear people's different experiences. Okay, so I think that's been thoroughly... we might need more paint. Yep, we do. We are not lifting completely up. My gold leaf is still living there. Oh, but wait, I like this though. Okay, it's coming. Some of it's coming. We might be okay. Oh, we're totally going to be okay. So it's normal not to get like absolutely everything off a plate a lot of the time. Oh, but I like what we got though. Okay, here we go. Voila. Yep, that's what I wanted. So good. Okay, so the rest of this, I'm going to pick it up actually with more blue. I was either going to go white or blue, and I think I'll just go more blue. We'll just do this whole plate. We'll pick it all up. We'll see what we come up with here. I'm hoping I can get this gold leaf up. I have not, you know, done a lot of experimenting with gold leaf. I just decided to kind of do it today. I'm sure that people have done like tutorial videos on this. I just wing it. You know me, I just kind of wing it. There's lots of things with jelly plating that some people know how to do really well that I don't, and I want to learn more about it. I got to take some time, like definitely image transfer. I've been watching Yates Makes, Y-E-A-T-E-S Makes, and he is a brilliant jelly plater. He can transfer all sorts of things really easily, like newspaper. Like I saw him take old newspaper and just put nothing on the plate and transfer the newspaper on like print, and I have no clue how he did it because it did not work for me, like not one bit. I tried it, it did not work. That's why there is no video on that. Okay, I'm gonna grab from my scraps here, see what kind of paper we've got. Oh, you know, I have an envelope. Why don't we jelly plate this envelope? An envelope would be awesome. Okay, up there. Then here's a nice piece of paper we can put the rest of this on, I think. Most of it. And then up here, I'll just steal a little piece of paper here to do that. Just trying to clean up paint at this point, but I'll share the plate with you because I know everyone likes looking at jelly plate reveals. What's wrong with you if you don't like jelly plate reveals? They're so fun. Okay, so there's that. See that nice bit of gold that came up beautifully that time? That little scrappy. Okay, give our envelope a press. Good, good. All right, now let's pick this up. This one might even qualify to become a journal card today. Look at that gold. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Yeah, I might end up using like this paper instead of the other. We'll see what we like best. Yeah, because we're getting a really nice clean pull on this one. Gorgeous. The envelope's probably going to be the best, actually. Look at that. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. So I will take a moment to clean and then we'll come back. Okay, so we're back. So here's what we have. We have this piece. That was our first piece. Then that little bit that got caught from that piece of paper. And the envelope. And they're all really great. So let's set them aside here for a moment, kind of, and just get an idea of the size that we want to work with and which pieces. I really like the one that got caught on this paper here for this owl. It feels really perfect. Yeah, it does. And then for the woodpeckers, I'm kind of put a little glue on that. Kind of thinking I like that. Let's see. That's also nice. So maybe I'll keep the envelope because yeah, this would actually, I like it right there. I like this little bit that's not painted, but it's got like a little stain to it. And the gold leafing is really perfect. But somehow I'm like mentally like attached to the envelope. But why? Why? All right, we're going to use these. We're not going to be silly here. Okay, so I think what I need to do is glue these down. Did I lose that other leaf? No, there it is. So we'll glue these down on here. And then we'll sort out the size that we're going to go with for the journal card. I suspect these might be kind of big, and that's fine. I make a lot of larger books, and I actually have some plans for some, you know, nature, horticulture kind of good, nice kind of lap books and stuff in the future. I have so many plans all the time, trying to figure out what I should do all the time. What's next on the agenda here? I want that gold up there by the head. Definitely. And I knew the gold was going to end up being like the thing that I ended up like fighting with myself about. Like, I want to use the gold. It's funny we get attached to those kind of details. Put that here. That way. It's nice. Okay, so that one's glued down. Now let's glue down the woodpeckers. Oh, they're so pretty. I had a really nice, like, intimate woodpecker kind of experience with my husband and my kids this year. We were taking the kids biking in the summertime, and there was one pileated woodpecker, and she was in those, oh crap, what are they called? Not ginger. I'm trying to remember what those plants are called. Like, they grow long, leafy plants, but on top they get this round bulb. And then as the fall, you know, summer turns to fall, the plant turns brown, and it's just this long stalk that has this hard round bulb with a bit of like leafy stuff that grows out the top. And people collect them and they carve those, the bulb portion. And for the life of me, I can't think of the name of the plant right now. But yeah, it's really interesting. And the woodpecker was in one of those, just pecking away at one of those round things. And we were like literally this far away. And we got video. It was really nice. you know, bird nerd's dream here, these kind of things. Okay, so I like that. Now, let's tear this down. I'm going to trim a little off the top. Okay. These are great scraps that we'll keep. So yummy. I'm going to keep that on the back there for now. And trim a little from here. And then that can separate. Okay, set that aside. And then this one, I want to keep it quite close to the shape it is already. So long. I'll try to take some of this away, but I don't want to lose all of that grading because that was some of the purpose here. I mean, you also could come in, right, and like do collaging with this. That would be totally awesome too. Maybe we'll do some of that. Okay, but first let's yeah, actually let's do some of that. I'm gonna cut this down into 3 pieces. Okay. And in this blank area here, or do I want to wait until I back it so I don't lose that? Because that would actually be nice. I was thinking don't back it right away, but yeah, maybe I will back it because that would be nice. Take a little more off the top there too. And I think that's good. Those are 2 nice big journal cards. Okay. I need a piece of gluey paper I can glue on here. And then a folder. Okay. I like the thickness that folder gives things when you back with folder. Okay, get rid of these scraps. Give this a nice press. I know we need to straighten it a little. I can tell. Just looking at it, it's a little crooked, but we want to be real careful here. Only a titch. Perfect. Okay. And with this one, I want to round the corner. Okay. Okay, let's set this one aside. Take a look at this. It's out of the way here. like this one. Oops. Oh, it feels so good with the paint, the jelly plate paint. It's just so nice. I always love the feel of acrylic paint when I'm working. It's really nice to write on top of as well. It has this like, especially like matte paints, they just feel really great. Okay. Just straighten this again here. Good. So now we know that one's straight. That's good. And this one is the worst. We gotta, there, fix that. Okay, flatten, flatten, and then come back here with both of these, and we want the rest of these little bits here that we wanted to collage a little with. I'm going to put most of it on the front and then just a little titcher on the back. Okay. No, I think that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to round the corners on this one too. I just like the rounded corners on these really nice big journal cards. Okay, then I'm going to grab my Scorched Timber ink. And then on the back as well, I'm a little looser. Okay. Sorry if you hear lots of wandering around upstairs. My daughter she wanted to make baked potatoes from this cookbook that she got. So her dad is making baked potatoes with her. I am roasting a chicken and we're making baked potatoes. I had the funniest, so I bought russet potatoes. We don't normally buy russet potatoes, but they're really big. So like I wanted to kind of maximize that baked potato kind of experience. So like when we buy russet potatoes for baked potatoes, we buy them because they're very big. Now russets have less liquid in them than other potatoes, like a white potato or a yellow potato, new potatoes. And they're dirtier. So like you really got to scrub them. I actually use a scrub brush on them, a potato scrub brush that scrubs the skin mostly off, but not entirely. And I add a little bit of water, like I kind of soak them and then I wrap them in foil to be baked in the oven or on a grill or whatever. I usually do the oven though, because tin foil and grill can be a little questionable. So that's the method that we're using tonight with her. And this lady at the grocery store was telling me about how she doesn't like russet potatoes. She made them for the very first time in the microwave. And I was like, what, who let you do that? It was all, she's like, and there was still some dirt on them. And Terry, who must be your husband, he did not like them. So Kathy at the grocery store, no more microwaving the russet potatoes. That being said, we have these two fun journal cards. I love these. Like I'm super in love with these because they really just, they're my bird nerd dream. They're awesome. They have some gold leafing. I loved anything jelly plated. It's really fun. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to make these. If you wanted more, you know, of that gritty texture, you could have gone all the way up your, you know, your piece. Obviously the first paper I used got the most of it, so it was there, but I just ended up liking this better. So, you know, that's the thing when you're working like, you know, with jelly plating, you're creating a bunch of pieces. You know, you'll sort of pick what you like. So these are nice big journal cards. I often like to attach these into any size book. You can do different things. Like this one, I more than likely would do a paper clip to hold such a large piece. You also can do a nice pocket, just you know, because they're thin, these aren't thick. It will sit in a pocket. You just got to be real careful with, you know, how much glue you use here, so you leave enough room that it's not sticking out. You also can attach a piece of paper on the back with some glue, leaving a little, you know, a little bit off here. So if we were to kind of glue a little on the front, or let me just show you what I'm talking about. To make this into a flip, you would do this. So say you picked this pretty piece of paper that you like and you trimmed it down to size, like so. You know, you can glue a bit of it on there, leave a bit off, and then fold it like so. Glue it on, and then you glue that surface, and then it can be you know, a tip out, right? And this will be glued on there, and so you have this tip out. So lots of options with big journal cards. But thank you so much for joining me for this day of Dephemerember. I will see you again tomorrow for more of this fun. Have a great day. Bye for now.